Lobina.
Okay, so I'm starting with the monthly time frame. I'm representing the higher time frame group. So currently, from what we can see on the chart, we have our dealing range for the monthly, which is this low to this high. So currently, we see that price has been trading within this range, right? Looking back, we see that price was kind of bearish. Price took out liquidity here. There was something like a tree drive pattern here, which kind of started the whole bullish movement to the upside. So there was like a market structure shift here, right? So it was like another block created, expansion, market broke structure, continued the bullish movement. We see price kind of reacted to some level here. We look back, we would see like there's an order block here that price reacted to, kind of like took out liquidity from this level here. So that caused this whole bearish movement, and price swept all the liquidity resting below all these lows here. So from there, kind of reacted off this order block here, right? There was some like multiple rejections from the monthly, you know, kind of like continued the bullish movement, took out liquidity here. And over here, there was kind of like consolidation. Finally, price broke structure from this level here, creating this fair value gap. Is like the sponsored candle, which sponsored this break of structure. So price now traded up, kind of started like creating lower lows basically. So there's like a change of trend here from bullish to bearish based on this price action here. So we see how price broke this lower low, broke structure here, retraced, reacted off this supply zone, broke structure again, then expanded, right? So what happened was now price kind of like pulled back a little bit, reacting off this um, demand zone here. You see price pulled back a little bit and expanded again, breaking structure to the downside. So like basically from what we just see here, we see that how price has been strongly bearish, right? It's been breaking, taking out lower lows, creating lower highs and all that. And finally, it took out this old low here, right? Took out liquidity here. But what happened as it took it out, it kind of swept it, creating this rejection block here, which I've highlighted here. So price rejected off that level. But before doing that, it traded into this other block here and kind of like mitigated it. Yeah. So we see the rejection here. Price now broke structure here, right? So there was like a close of candle above this high, right? So, but what happened now? Price broke structure, traded back up, but reacted off this supply level, this other block here, right? Created a lot of rejection. So it kind of mitigated this other block, right? Reacted off. But when it did that, it kind of created liquidity here. So if we're looking at the chart now, we know that there's a lot of liquidity resting on the upside of things, like there's kind of like inducement here. There's this kind of trend line liquidity here. So price now reacted. So considering what's happening here, considering this range here, we are kind of in a discount zone. So from the monthly, like we are in huge discount, right? So if I zoom in a little bit, you see how price has been trading, slowly going low, creating lower highs from this movement here. We've traded down into this order block, and we're kind of reacting off this other block currently. So if I draw, try to like get the 50%, we see that we've reacted off the 50% of this level, right? So throughout this month, we've just been reacting off this other block here. So potentially what we could observe or what could actually happen is maybe we, if this other block should hold, we could kind of like pull up a little bit, kind of feel this favor leg gap here, then kind of maybe trade into this other block. If it doesn't hold, we could trade higher. There's some kind of rejection of this level after price took out liquidity here, reacting off this favor leg gap, right? Took out liquidity, so reacting off this level. So we could trade up, maybe if this level doesn't hold and price pulls up from here, we could trade up, maybe break this level, or maybe continue the bearish movement. If it doesn't, we could trade up into this level, possibly react here, or maybe take out liquidity. So it all just depends on the price action we see in the lower time frames. Price could potentially step just maybe by next month, maybe if it closes as a doji, we could just next month we could just maybe trade into this fair value gap, kind of give it like an IOF institutional order flow entry due kind of move, just maybe trade into it a little bit, then continue the bearish movement and try to like sweep this low. It really just depends on how price plays out, and we just observe. We can't really tell exactly what's going to happen, but from the monthly is like it's the tendency that long term we could kind of sweep out this yearly liquidity. You understand? Maybe before that happens, we could maybe trade up, kind of take out this liquidity here that will kind of engineer the whole movement down to sweep out this yearly liquidity. Yeah, so that's what I just have for the monthly. So Bali, let me stop sharing so you can talk about the weekly.
All right, thank you. Ima, you have the floor, please. Emmanuel, for the weekly. Emmanuel, Isaac.
Yeah, wait, I'm turning it on. Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
Okay.
Yeah, good afternoon.
My name is Emmanuel. I'll be the one sharing on the weekly time frame on AUD USD. So from what we see here, the market is in the bearish condition in the sense that it's producing a lower high and a lower low, lower high and a lower low. So from what I'm seeing here, this is the candle that sponsored this big move to this downside of this downward trend. So the market reached this bullish order block and retraced back to this. So I'm watching the market to get to this weekly fair value gap and retrace back to meet up this our rejection block here. If it breaks,
your chart is looking clean. Well done. The first person that did the presentation. Well done.
All right,
thank you, man.
The chart is clean, Emmanuel. Right on.
All right. So if the market didn't respect that, if the market didn't respect this fair value gap, so I'm expecting the market to reach this my area of interest to retrace back to this rejection block right here. So generally, I will be looking for an opportunity to sell from this weekly fair value gap and this area of interest down to this rejection block right here. So that's all I have for the weekly time frame.
To sweep the whole low, that there's no, I don't see any area of interest. They remove all those area of interest. They are targeting that. So there's no area of interest on the sell side. The low is their target, market maker sell model. So delete all those area of interest, all those rejection block. No, below, sell side, your sell side.
Okay.
Target just that low. They're coming to sweep that low.
That is this rejection block here.
Delete everything. There's no point of interest. There's no area to buy. Just delete everything. Put a arrow, a trend line below and put money. They're targeting that low. That's their makers.
That's here,
nothing
right?
can happen except that low. Accumulate orders, long positions. What did I say is accumulate below a low, a weekly low, long positions. They will sweep that low and accumulate long below it.
All right.
Just like what they did on GU. They swept GU low, and so when GU low was taken, I saw GU bought more than EU.
Yes. All right. Thank you very much, man.
All right.
So, Bali, you take the floor right now.
All right, thank you. This Bali FS, I'll be presenting on the daily time frame, or continue from where my colleagues have stopped. Hope you guys can see my screen. So from what my colleagues have presented on the monthly and the weekly charts, we saw that price have been trading in the discount zone. So in the discount zone, so all what we should be looking for in the future is just for price, like what he has showed us. He has showed us just for what it's just for price to take out this liquidity we have there and retest this fair value gap and continue the bearish structure, take out this equal low liquidity that we have here, like this 4-hour zone, this other block here, this rejection zone that we have here, price have retested the 50% of the array and it's coming down. So I would want price to come down and take out all this liquidity that we have here and goes back up to this to feed this fair value gap and continue the bearish structure. That's what I'm just awaiting. This was the sponsored candle and the rejection zone that led to the downward movement of this chart. Thank you. That's what I have.
Okay, so I'll continue with the
area
4
where you-
hours.
We are presenting AUD USD.
Where are you looking at?
Ma?
You didn't tell us where you're looking at.
I said this was this is a rejection zone that I was looking at. Price have retested already to continue coming down to take out all this liquidity that we have here, this sell side liquidity that are here, respecting this range structure, then continue going up to come and feed this fair value gap and continue the bearishness. Yeah.
Well, it seems to have too many area of interest.
Oh, I just drew it as some of them are from lower time frame. Delete it.
Do you guys understand?
Yeah.